Hey everyone, this is Ian Miller,
What's going on, guys? It's Andrew.
and welcome back to another episode of Media Talk with Miller and Smith. Tonight we're actually going to review a Broadway show we just recently saw. It's a very popular one. But before we go into that, let's talk about what's happening in Broadway currently.
Yes, let's do that.
The Ambassador Theater Group has actually purchased the G. Jamson Theater, and they own quite a lot of theaters, but now both groups are formed at one company.
Yes. Yeah, they have formed into this one company. The theaters that are included in this are the Eugene O'Neill Theater,
Which has Book of Mormon,
right? The Hirschfield Theater.
which has the Moulin Rouge musical.
Yep. The August Wilson Theater.
This is the Cabaret and the Kit Kat Club.
Yeah. The St. James Theater.
Sunset Boulevard.
Oh, there you go. Walter Kerr Theater.
And that's Hadestown.
Right. Lyric Theater.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter and the Cursed Child.
Mm-hmm.
And last, but simply not least, the Hudson Theater.
Which currently has Once Upon a Mattress, which is going to be ending at the end of this month. And following that is All In and The Last 5 Years.
Yeah, so all these theaters that I just mentioned in the shows, those have all formed into one company, and all the shows that my good friend and co-star just listed, we we will be going to see all those shows. So we're just we'll figure out we're trying to work it out here, but we will see all those shows. So we will keep you guys all updated on, or give you the reviews on all those shows. And honestly, we're just very excited to see all of them.
Yeah, some of them we've actually been wanting to see for a while. I certainly have.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is very exciting. And our other friend, Andrew Filler, we've had on the show a couple of times. You may remember him. He also works at the Hudson Theater, but he's going to be also working at some of these other theaters, in his spare time. So
Right.
that's going to be very exciting as well to get another perspective on these shows. But yeah, exciting times, and I really can't wait to see these shows. But we managed to see one show this past week, and that was at the Eugene O'Neill Theater, and that was Book of Mormon.
And let's not forget, the Book of Mormon has won 9 Tony Awards,
Including Best Musical.
including Best Musical.
Yeah, that started in 2011, and no signs of stopping.
No, absolutely not. I mean, truthfully, it was. I enjoyed it actually more than I thought I would. So
Yeah.
I'm actually glad we actually got there and got to see it. So
Yeah, it was actually interesting. I actually did see this musical years ago, but I didn't remember what happened. It was
yeah.
actually great because, you go in there with a fresh, fresh perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it from beginning, middle, and end. It was just hysterical. The songs were fantastic. The acting was great.
Oh, the acting was phenomenal.
Yeah. Especially with this current cast. Now, this was actually a revised performance, when we saw it,
Mm-hmm.
because one of the main actors was not there.
Right.
Yeah, so it was quite interesting to see this particular performance, and everyone was top notch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, everyone was on their game. Everyone was just, you know, the, the jokes, the drama, everything in there. It was just, like you said, it was pretty much just amazing from beginning to end, beginning, middle, and end. So
Yeah. Now this show is very much adult. It's very much adult.
yeah,
I will say that, especially considering the creators, Trey Parker, Matt Stone. These are the
Hmm.
creators that did South Park. They're still doing South Park. So you expect that kind of humor, and they also did Team America World Police,
Hmm.
which was a puppet movie. So yeah, you can expect that type of humor in the show. So this is definitely a show you don't want to take your kids to.
No, definitely not. But if you want to get out, just you or your significant other or your friend or your parents or anything like that, I would that we would definitely recommend you seeing this movie. Sorry. Well, we do a lot of movie reviews, so it just caught me up a little bit.
I apologize for my co-host, folks. I apologize. He meant to say stage production, stage
Stage,
musical,
stage musical. I apologize.
or Broadway musical. That's fine as well.
Yes, or Broadway musical, either one. But yes, this is definitely a show that everyone, except kids, will definitely enjoy.
Yeah. Well, here's the basic plot, really. Now, the story actually follows two missionaries of the Church of Jesus Christ of the Latter-day Saints as
Hmm.
they attempt to preach the faith to inhabitants of a remote Ugandan village. Now, our two leads are very much challenged by the lack of interest in the church from the locals, and the locals are very much, distracted by more pressing matters, such as
Yeah,
obviously HIV, AIDS,
yeah,
famine, you know, the and even warlords.
yeah, yeah. I mean, you could pretty much like in this show, you can see like the differences between these. They partner up. They go to Africa with the locals and everything like that, try to get them to convert to the church and everything like that. And you can pretty much just see this, how different these two, missionaries are, and you know, they try to work through it as partners.
Yeah,
Try to I guess you can say try to make each one better. I guess.
yeah. It's really a clash of methods, really.
Yeah.
One is a bit more strict, one's a bit more, freer. For
Yeah.
lack of a better term.
Yeah.
Especially with how to approach locals to talk about the religion. So
Mhm.
yeah, more open-minded, I think, would be appropriate
Yeah.
here.
I think that would be more more loose. I guess I
Yeah.
should. Yeah.
Without giving too much away, it does work a little without giving too much away.
Yeah. It does. Yeah, obviously we won't give too much away whoever hasn't seen it, but um yeah, I agree with that statement.
Yeah. Of course, there are outside forces that are still threatening, the inhabitants.
Hmm.
Like we said, warlord. So yeah,
A warlord.
yeah, general. But I'm not going to say his name because, well, let's just say it's adult. It's a very much adult name. You have to see the show to actually believe me when I say it's very adult.
Yes. In the actual playbill, which we have here, um they actually do there you go. They actually do not list the general's name in here. As my co-star just mentioned, it's very an adult name, so you would definitely have to see the show and you will understand why they do not list his name in the playbill. So,
And for those of you who have seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. And shame on you for thinking about it. No, 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 no. It was like I said, Joey. Throughout, I was very impressed with everything. Even the set design was very impressive because in the opening musical number, you see, pretty much you stay in America.
yeah.
Every imagery that there is. They have a McDonald's in the back there. They have a KFC. They
Mhm.
have the church.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's very very typical, very picture perfect of America. Then when you get to Uganda, very different,
Yeah.
circumstances, very different look, you know, and it's quite daunting how detailed it is.
Yeah.
So I can't imagine, the set designers and the builders were like, okay, we had to take this imagery and just translate it on the stage, and they did very well.
No, I mean they did an absolutely tremendous job with it. So the whole set, the whole everything was great.
Yeah, especially with moving these set pieces like the door, to the Mormon's
Yeah,
huts. Yeah,
yeah. No, yeah, they did a tremendous job with that too.
yeah, but this show is not just about obviously, the idea of encouraging this village to join and become Mormons. It's not that,
Mhm.
it's that. It's also about friendships and relationships and whatnot, and
Yeah,
really trying to come into your own, and try to be better and not let your environment hold you back.
yeah. Um, sometimes I'm trying to figure out how to explain it. Like sometimes you have a dream, but I guess it doesn't really work out how you plan. I guess, and um, again, without giving too much away here, one of the Mormons in the show, he wanted to go to another place where before they sent him to Africa, but he believed that if he did good, tried hard, everything like that, he would be sent there. But clearly, he didn't really work out the way he planned. So sometimes it's just you have to. How can I explain it?
Sometimes life just takes over.
It takes over exactly. So you just have to go with the flow, I guess.
Make the best of a situation, that you have
Yeah,
no control over.
exactly. Yeah, make the best of the situation that you have now. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's also about, not necessarily being a follower, but really, just hearing someone say, why don't you do this? You could do this.
Mhm.
You gives you the confidence to, again, be better than what you were. You
Yeah.
know, it's not based on somebody's expectations. It's just inside yourself.
Right.
So that was another message I got from the show, and through the humor and through the musical numbers, the message was very clear.
Mhm.
But my God, the musical numbers, wow. I mean, I was humming a couple of them as I was leaving the theater, and it was just mind boggling, just how catchy they were. And also, there was a couple of them that were definitely, adult.
Adult. Yeah, adult songs. Yeah.
Yeah. Again, we point out that they didn't list, Act One and Act Two with the songs in the playbill, and when you see the show, you'll understand why.
Yeah, 'cause when I first saw it, I'm like, "Well, why aren't they listing, like, the shows where they always do them?" Like, then once they started getting the songs together, I'm like, "Oh, okay, now I know why." So, yeah.
Yeah, like we said, terrific cast, especially in this particular performance, especially led by obviously the lead Mormon.
Which was, Kevin Clay, I believe, which is Elder Price.
Yeah, then you have Elder Cunningham, Jordan Matthew Brown.
Mhm. Who was really, really great in that role. Did a
Yeah,
really great job.
I kept trying to place who he reminded me of when he was doing his performance, but I still can't place it. But he made it his own,
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, so just to these two guys carrying the show is like wow. Even the design of the theater matched obviously what was going on the stage, the set design on the
Mm,
stage, especially with the vision of the angel on the top. You know,
yeah. Yeah, that was a really nice touch. I like that.
yeah, it was again it was very well thought out, very well told, very well acted,
Mhm.
and the music was just fantastic. it wasn't very, it didn't have that jazzy quality that you normally see in these Broadway musicals, which is great. It
Hmm.
had a fresher approach, you know, and I could see why this won 9 Tonys.
Oh yeah, no, I can pretty much see why it was actually the best musical.
Yeah,
I won a lot for best musical. So
it's actually the 12th longest running Broadway show.
wow, that's crazy.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it actually it actually made like over $800 million, and it's like it's it's one of the most successful musicals of all time, which we know why,
Yeah,
but it's pretty much amazing, and played more than 5,000 performances. That's crazy.
yeah. I'm glad I saw this again, especially when I didn't remember what had happened going into this. But I was glad I saw it again because I really enjoyed it a second time.
Hmm.
I have to tell you, the audience's energy in the theater was electrifying. It was a full theater. It was a packed house.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, even during like the adults, adult music, adult jokes, everything like that, I could just hear people around us like hysterically laughing, which was which was great.
Yeah, I couldn't stop laughing after uh, one song, and you know which one I'm talking about, obviously. And this is in Act One. I have to say, I think they have more jokes in, especially in the songs in Act Two.
Hmm.
I love Act Two, just as much as Act One, but I love Act Two a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think the jokes really, landed even harder. They were pretty good, obviously, in the first act, but I think with over time and also adding the more jokes, you're like, wow, it just opened up a lot of doors.
Yep.
Yeah, so overall thoughts, we definitely enjoyed it. Um, but would we see this as a possible movie adaptation?
I think so. I believe they can definitely definitely make this into a movie. You know, the thing you have to consider, like, would you still like would you have to add all that adult stuff? Like the adult singing and the adult all the jokes and stuff, which I think you kind of have to.
Yeah,
I mean,
otherwise the story's not gonna really make sense.
yeah, exactly. But I can definitely see this being made into a movie. I think it would do really great if they
Yeah,
made this into a movie.
but I think for now, I think it just needs to be on this on a stage, because I
Yeah.
think you don't get the same kind of energy like you would do in a movie production,
Um,
especially the jokes
yeah.
don't quite land the same way.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I agree. It should, you know, stay right where it is for the time being right now.
Yeah, but maybe down the road they could do a movie adaptation. Maybe down the road.
Possibly. Yeah, definitely. But I mean, we know like they have made productions, future, productions into movies before, you know. Um, so definitely possible with that. I mean, they did they did Rent, and they did, you know, a lot of other ones.
Yeah,
But yeah, no, I agree. It should stay on Broadway right where it is for right now.
yeah. I'm just hoping they don't do Book of Mormons as puppets
Oh
like they
no.
did with Team America.
Oh, no. Yeah, I
I
really
don't,
hope
I don't think the message would get quite clear as it would.
not, not as puppets. No, definitely not as puppets.
No, no, no. But yeah. So if you haven't seen Book of Mormon yet, we would highly recommend it because you're gonna love it, especially you love that type of adult humor,
Mm.
especially if you're fans of South Park.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so you're definitely gonna love this show. And it's also a feel good, comedy, which we need humor. We need a lot of it.
Who can't get you really can't get enough of comedy, so, why
Yeah.
not? But yeah, if you haven't seen the show, I mean, we would definitely recommend it whenever you can get there. So yeah.
Yeah. So Book of Mormon on the Eugene O'Neill Theater,
Hmm.
and tickets are on sale, obviously, and they're not too pricey, So
No, they're not. Yeah, I mean, we had pretty good seats actually. You
yeah,
know, seats lower level. I mean, to the left, but it was still a pretty good area to sit, and we pretty much could see everything. So
yeah,
those were actually really great.
yeah, orchestra seats. So
So,
if you
yeah.
get reasonably priced ones, grab them.
What he said.
Yeah, yeah. So we thoroughly enjoy the show. So definitely see Book of Mormon. Yeah. So something else also happened at the end of that show.
Hmm.
There was obviously a meeting with the cast talking to the audience, and they brought up a very, very good foundation. It's called Broadway Cares E- Equality Fights AIDS.
Yeah.
This is a foundation where they raise money to obviously combat HIV and AIDS treatments.
Hmm.
It's a very important cause, and I would highly recommend it, you know, to donate. Any donation will do.
Yeah. I mean, you can do cash, you can do card, you can do check, you can you know do any one of those payments, and like you said, it's a really, really, really great cause. So we would highly recommend you doing that after the
Yeah,
show.
yeah. I'm not sure they're doing it with all the theaters, but I'm pretty sure they are.
Hmm.
It is such a huge cause. So if you find the chance to donate, please donate today.
Yeah, I mean,
You'll definitely be saving somebody.
yeah, yeah. No matter what, just go out there and donate, and you'll be saving lives. So
Yeah, yeah. The crazy thing is, I hope to God with this all this, we actually have treatments, that are effective and whatnot.
yeah, but yeah. I mean, it'll be after they do it after the performance, after they bow and everything like that. All the clapping and encore and everything. So just if you see the show, just hang out for a few minutes, and well, they'll tell you to hang out for a few minutes, and then they'll talk to you about the cause. So
Yeah, it's totally worth it. It's totally worth the time.
yeah, 100%.
So yeah. So as we said, we are seeing a lot of shows.
Yep.
Yeah, we're definitely seeing Moulin Rouge the musical, 80s Town,
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter.
Yep.
Mhm.
Sunset Boulevard.
Yep,
Cabaret.
yep.
Um, Moulin. Well, you said Moulin Rouge, right?
That's a Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, you said Moulin Rouge. Um, yeah. I mean, all those shows. Like you said in the beginning of the episode, that very, very excited to see those shows.
Yeah. We also had to see a couple of the shows there at the Hudson Theater. We can't forget those,
Yeah. Yes.
including All In and the last 5 years.
Yeah. Those two I'm very excited to see as well. And yeah, even um, my co-host said that Once Upon a Mattress, it ends about a week and a half. So if any of you still haven't seen it yet, we would highly recommend you go see it before it officially ends on the 30th. So
Yeah, you won't. You don't want to miss that. Yeah. Now you're probably wondering where our next show is going to be.
yes.
Well, we're actually aiming for Sunset Boulevard, if we're being honest. Because we're hearing great things about that.
Yeah. Um, yeah, no, we're definitely aiming for it, for that to be our next show. Um, so we'll keep you updated on that. But that's what we're trying to aim for. Most likely next week.
Yeah. And of course, when we do our review, obviously we'll give a little background to the nature of the story, how that became, and also how it became a musical. And this particular revival
Yeah.
is a revival.
Yeah. Hearing great things about it. Nicole Scherzinger stars in it. Hearing she does a great job, phenomenal job actually.
Yeah.
From what I've heard from our good friend Andrew. So definitely looking forward to seeing her in the show, and also looking forward to seeing the show as well. So
Yeah. So that's definitely going to be our next show, and we're very excited,
mhm.
and we can't wait to tell you about it.
Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. Okay. Before we actually end tonight, like we said, when you do see the Book of Mormon and they do tell you about Broadway Cares,
Mhm.
definitely donate.
Yes.
But most importantly, go see Book of Mormon.
Yes, definitely, definitely go see it. You'll laugh hysterically, and you'll just enjoy it from beginning, middle, and end. So you really, really won't regret seeing it.
And you will hum a couple of the songs as you're leaving.
I still got one of the songs in my head.
I hope the guy's not the one that I think it is.
I don't think so. No, it's not that one.
I hope not,
It's
because
it's
again, folks, you have to see it to
yeah.
understand.
Yes, the show that he's thinking of, you really have to see it in order to know what we're talking about. So, but it's definitely not that song.
Okay, all right. I'm
No.
just
So don't
saying,
worry.
just thinking.
Yes. No. But yeah. No. The songs were phenomenal. They did a great job. So.
Yeah, and like I said, such a great cast.
100%.
Like we also said before we leave, there's no real new movies coming out, so you're gonna be seeing less of that for a little bit.
Hmm.
But we will get back to obviously doing some of our television show reviews. We still haven't done Penguin yet, which we will do.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I mean, we haven't done Penguin yet. There's Agatha all along that we haven't seen yet. So we're gonna watch those soon and give you updates on it. And like you said, not a lot of movies out yet. But we will keep you updated on it as we get news on it. So
Yeah. But in the meantime, just enjoy the Broadway reviews.
I'm definitely enjoying it.
Yeah, especially since the holiday season's coming up. So you definitely want to, just bring your family in, take in a show. Maybe not. Don't bring the kids to Book of Mormon. Maybe that you don't bring them in for that.
Yes. Don't bring the kids
That
in.
could be a nice date. Viewing.
Yeah. No, definitely 100%. But yeah, that's should definitely go see it. It's also a good time, like, to see a show when it's actually during the winter and it's snowing, you know. That's actually one of my favorite times, like, to go see a show. So,
Yeah.
uh,
It also brings that holiday cheer in as well.
yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So we have plenty of shows to look forward to, and we can't wait to talk to you about it.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that there's Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I believe that was cut down to 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I believe it was actually 2 hours and 55 minutes if I'm not mistaken. No, let me double check. Let me double check. Sorry, folks, that you're seeing me type.
No, no, it's fine. I'm sure they all don't mind.
Yeah, it was 2 hours and 55 minutes, and this
Time.
is originally from the two parts.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, putting it to one part, 2 hours and 55 minutes. That's Probably. Do you think one part is better? I mean, or like two parts. I mean, because I haven't seen the show, but I'm very excited to see when we go see it, when we finally go see it.
Yeah.
But either way,
Well, I'm not sure. Obviously, we'll find out, if it's better or not.
yeah,
I don't know what they changed,
yeah, I'm not sure.
because I heard some things, but I was like, you know what? Let me just not hear them. Let me just go and see it,
Yeah,
and I'll believe it myself.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree.
Well, I think that's gonna be it for us tonight. Once again, I'm Ian Miller,
I'm Andrew Smith.
and this has been Media Talk with Miller and Smith. Have a good night, folks.
Hi, guys.
If you'd like to follow us on YouTube, just hit that like button and subscribe.